On today's episode of Cronkite Sports Live Extra, we take a look at defensive back Miles Ghost Rouser and his battle with hardship.
And our Casey Smith captured the story of goalie Pauline Nellis packing her bags to move across the world for ASU soccer.
And Caleb Harris shows us how one ASU alumni is taking his fight outside the courtroom.
And our Max Cepeda on ASU football legend Vince Amy and his journey back to Tempe now as a coach.
Hello everybody, I'm Jaden Ricken.
And I'm Mia Fensage.
On this episode, we'll take you across the valley, showcasing the amazing stories from ASU athletics this semester. And what better place to start than here, in the Sun Devil Hall of Fame, surrounded by walls lined with legendary players and coaches from ASU history.
It truly has been an incredible year so far, Jaden, with standouts like Pauline Nellis making history in the goal, to Sun Devil football packing out Mountain America Stadium week after week, and that's just scratching the surface, Jaden. I mean, our reporters have been all over Tempe capturing the stories that make ASU athletics special.
We now head to Mountain America Stadium, where it's been a roller coaster ride of emotion this season, as even after injuries to Jordan Tyson and Sam Levitt, Sun Devil football has continued on with its battle back to the college football playoffs. However, for senior defensive back Miles Ghost Rouser, his battle isn't just on the field. After losing his father as a child and his stepbrother just last year, he's now turning his pain into purpose. Our Don Pasella has more.
Arizona State safety Miles Ghost Rouser has been a standout for the Sun Devils in his 2 seasons in Tempe. Many of Rouser's athletic successes, though, have been gained through loss. Rouser lost his father Walter to breast cancer when he was 5 years old.
I really didn't realize that I wasn't going to see my dad the rest of my life, but that's kind of how I felt, just anything, knowing now that I won't really see him no more.
His mother, Autumn, found sports to be a way to help channel Miles' grief into something positive.
I think he was looking for an outlet. I saw how well he did when he was around the other players and the team and the coaches and the camaraderie that it brought. And he seemed at peace.
Without his father in his life, Miles looked for a male role model and eventually found it in his stepbrother, Andre Selden Jr.
After the years passed, right around middle school, I met Andre Selden Sr., and as we became a family, he gained a big brother, which was something he always wanted that I told him he couldn't have.
It was like the big brother I always wanted, for real. Like, just having him as a role model and as a big brother, it was just, he set the standard for me and who I am as a person today.
As Miles and Andre's bond as brothers developed, football was always at the root of it. From playing high school ball together at Belleville High School in Michigan to eventually ending up back on the same field at New Mexico State, the brothers had undeniable chemistry.
How does it get better than playing with your brother?
It really don't. It really don't. You kind of know exactly what he gonna do, what he thinking in the game.
Miles actually transferred from Campbell to play with him at New Mexico State. That was a driving factor. His brother was there, he wanted to play with him again. Them two playing together on the same field was like a 1-2 punch.
After their year together at New Mexico State in 2023, Miles and Andre went their separate ways, with Miles going to Arizona State and Andre committing to TCU.
Andre transferred from TCU to Utah State. The first week that he got there, there was a tragic accident involving swimming, and he drowned, and that was last year in July.
More so shocked and surprised, just like the person he was and what he did and how he was a role model for me. I never thought he would be gone.
Just every emotion that you could possibly think of. He wasn't just a great athlete, he was a great person.
Following Andre's loss, Miles would dedicate his 2024 season to his late brother. A breakout year for him, which resulted in a Big 12 championship for ASU.
I'd say it was everything. Like, my why was that for last year.
You still have to grieve. You still have to process everything. And so I remember having a conversation with him, and it was like, I'm gonna dedicate my season to him. I'm gonna make sure I leave everything out there on the field for him.
Now, looking ahead to 2026, Rouser and his family want to honor Andre by sharing his love of football with the next generation.
When he was on that field, his goal was that there's not going to be any completions on him. And that's the name of the foundation, no completions. And what we want to do with that is give the gift of football to other players, youth athletes. There's a lot of talent that goes undiscovered just because of cost or just not having the opportunity. We want to be able to give scholarships. We also want to host national camps in his name under the foundation.
We started it because Dre wasn't just a role model for me, but honestly for everybody that really knew him. Like, I feel like whoever met him feel like they had to change for the better. And that's honestly what the foundation is for. All my life is really going to be dedicated to Dre.
You're only here for a limited time. None of us know how long we're going to be here. Do everything you can to be successful, help others, and be a good person.
Legends like Jake Plummer and Pat Tillman are synonymous with the golden age of Sun Devil football and their 1996 Rose Bowl appearance. Many players from the roster, including current defensive line coach Vince Amey, even went on to play in the NFL. Now in the Kenny Dillingham era, Coach Amey has been brought back to Tempe as part of an initiative to build a coaching staff with local connections. Our Max Cepeda takes us inside the locker room to see how one alumni coach is furthering his legacy.
His passion for this place is as good as anybody, that I know. And he absolutely loves this place, loves this school. He owes a lot of, his life and his success in life to this place, and he'll say it out loud.
That is just a small sample size of the positive affirmation towards Arizona State assistant defensive line coach Vince Amey. One of just 2 members of Kenny Dillingham's entire coaching staff to have ever worn the maroon and gold himself, as a 4-year letter winner from 1994 to 1997. But it's Amy's uncanny sense of humor and general happiness that brings the energy every single day to those who aspire to follow in his footsteps.
These guys go as we go as coaches. So if we come out here and don't say anything, kind of go through the motions, you know what's going to happen? Those players are going to go through the motion. And I have to learn that, from being a player to a coach, how to translate, what I've done as a player, as a coach, and translate it to these guys. And it takes energy. It takes to get to know them, you know what I'm saying? It takes to get to know who they are, not as a football player, but as a person off the field too. And so I tell the guys too, like, hey, I'm gonna come with some energy and passion, but if there's a day that I don't have it, I need you.
But before Amey brought his youthful personality to the game he loved so much in Tempe, his football life began in the Bay Area and playing almost every single sport he could play alongside his 2 younger brothers, Otis and Charles.
In the house, outside, he used to be like, the all-time quarterback for me and Otis and our little youth teams, in the neighborhood. He was actually very good in baseball, all-star basketball player. Like, he did it all.
But for the Ameys as a whole, life growing up wasn't easy by any means.
I grew up rough, you know what I'm saying? So we didn't have some of the things at home that, another person may have. My dad had to struggle, just providing for us each and every day. So that was my outlet. Football was my outlet. Baseball, track was my outlet.
But through the bumps and bruises he experienced alongside his brothers in his youth, Amy's welcome to Tempe moment was one of pure brotherhood. Something that he believed was the heart of his 4 years in the Sun Devil trenches and wearing the colors that have become now synonymous with Amey.
The first couple people I meet is a Juan Roque and Jake Plummer. And they just took me in, like right away, So I was gravitated towards their energy, their vibe, Coach Marinelli and the staff. It's about the bonds and the brotherhoods that was created. I talked to Jake, I talked to Randy Lee Parts and Juan's, and after every phone call, it's I love you. I love you, man. You know, I tell my brothers and family I love them, but they are family now.
Sun Devil, you're gonna die as Sun Devil. You know that? Y'all realize that? You are in a family and you cannot get out. You're in a family and no getting out.
That family bond formed by Coach Bruce Snyder, Amy, and his newfound brothers created what was then considered the greatest season in ASU history, including his one shining moment early in that season against North Texas, when he returned his only career interception to the house. But after his short-lived cross-continental playing career ended in 2007, his passion for coaching was quickly realized, and at all places, the University of Arizona. Amy was a fixture on the Wildcats staff for 5 seasons, including 3 years as defensive line coach. But it wasn't long after his time in Tucson that Kenny Dillingham brought Amy back to the place where it all began.
This is my dream job, and I would speak it into existence. You know, I would tell people, even though I was coaching other places and doing other things, and you know, I was like, one day, you know, I want to be back at ASU and coaching here. And
definitely was one of the first people he contacted, and we were super excited because it was literally a dream come true. This isn't a job that he just wanted to have or a goal. It's a dream.
Now, Coach Amy will lead his veteran defensive line room to their final game on the Mountain America Stadium grass, in a game and venue that's defined his life, and one he wants to remain a part of while wearing the maroon and gold for as long as Father Time will allow.
Vincent's alumni, but not only that, he's a D lineman, you know what I mean? So he fits right into that group of, you know, personalities and whatnot, and it's great because he helps, you know, bridge the gap and even, you know, bring some of the personalities out in the room. So it's really good to have him.
Just thinking about him getting emotional, man. Like, Vince is, the most amazing human being, dude. Like, he has been my biggest fan, biggest supporter. Like, he made for us, like, the dream of going to college possible. Where we come from nothing, bro. You know, so, yeah, he set the tone for all of us. I can't say enough words about how influential, how impactful he has been on our entire tribe, dude.
For Cronkite Sports, I'm Max Cepeda.
We now make our way to Sun Devil Soccer Stadium, where ASU continues to be led by international talent. This season, the standout player was Pauline Nellis, who finished 4th in the Big 12 for saves and broke multiple program records, solidifying herself as one of the best goalkeepers in Sun Devil history. Our Casey Smith has more on how Nellis has traveled to Tempe.
For senior goalie Pauline Nellis, soccer hasn't just been a game. It hasn't just been life either. It was a gamble.
I was worried about putting my whole life in a 23-kilogram suitcase, to be honest.
At 18 years old, the German goalkeeper traveled more than 5,000 miles from Bonn, Germany to Tempe, Arizona, pushing the chips in on a life-altering decision.
I was ready for a change, ready for a new opportunity to maybe grow as a soccer player, but also as a person, which I hopefully did.
And grow she did. Pauline grew into one of the best ASU goalkeepers of all time. Her name littered all across the record books. 2nd in career saves, 3rd in career goalie wins, and the most shutouts in program history.
She's a future Hall of Famer in the Sun Devil athletic department, there's no doubt in my mind, and not just from her records as a player, but from the impact that she's had off the field and within the department from just being a lovable person.
I have to say the US is kind of crazy about like all those rewards and that, so back home it's not like that. I don't chase any rankings. I'm not chasing any like certificates. I just want to play soccer. I just want to have fun.
Playing for fun has worked out pretty well for Nellis. She's held that mindset ever since her youth in Germany. She began playing at the age of 4, despite a family that didn't have a whole lot to do with the sport.
My family is not like soccer. Nobody plays soccer. My mom can't kick a ball. My dad doesn't know what offside is. My grandma, only because of my grandpa. But yeah, he was the only one who actually played soccer, so I played with him in the backyard after school. He brought me to practices.
By the age of 14, those practices with Grandpa had moved all the way up to the highest level. Nellis was selected to join the U15 German national soccer team, a moment she described as the first time she realized she might just be good at this soccer thing.
When we got a call for the first camp, we were sitting in our small room, and we were like, wait, what are we doing here? We didn't even realize. So I think when I was 14, I didn't even realize that I got a call from the national team. I don't know why I didn't realize it, but I will never forget that moment where we were sitting there and we're like, wait, what are we doing here?
Pauline and her teammates would answer that question with a simple response: winning the European U17 championship for Germany. With all that success, past and present, it's no surprise that neither Pauline nor the coaching staff are ready to see her go after this year.
She's actually going to be Paulinetta next season, so she'll have 4 more seasons. She's going to be a freshman. No, just kidding. No, she, yeah, absolutely. That's what we expect from our freshman, and yeah, it's perfect for her.
I love everything around. I like the people here on the team. I think that's what I'm going to miss the most. I don't know. It's just like the place. I feel so comfortable. It's my second home. I got a tattoo freshman year. That's how much I love Arizona.
For Pauline Nellis, soccer was a gamble. But after 4 years, 300 saves, and more memories than she could ever count, it's safe to say she hit the jackpot. For Cronkite Sports, I'm Casey Smith.
ASU's roster spans countries and continents, but the Sun Devils also lean on talent rooted just miles from this very stadium. 2 hometown athletes are making their mark in a very different and personal way. ASU soccer has never shied away from finding talent in every corner of the globe, but 2 of ASU's biggest contributors this season, senior Tatum Thomason, an all Big 12 second team selection, and freshman Addison Baltodano, an all Big 12 freshman team selection, came from Arizona State's own backyard. Senior Tatum Thomason, a Liberty High School alum who spent her first 3 collegiate years playing at University of Washington, returned home for her senior season, where she's closing out her college career where it all began, right here in the desert.
It's a dream come true. Like, playing with this group has been awesome. Like, some of my favorite people, so I'm really thankful for all of them and being here.
For Tatum, being back home means more than just finishing her career in Arizona. It's about reconnecting with the support and community that shaped her.
I really took for granted being at home throughout high school, and then going away, it kind of made me miss being home and playing in front of all my friends and family. So seeing everybody, like the amount of people that come out to every game to support me, has been awesome. So I'll take that with me forever.
Just 23 miles from home, freshman Addison Baltodano is just starting to live the dream of playing collegiate soccer. The Basha High grad is stepping onto the Division I stage, carrying her community's pride with every play.
Yeah, it's so nice having like so many people to support me. Like during games, I hear my name on the sidelines, and it just brings me so much like fulfillment.
For Addison, starting her career close to home means having her biggest supporters close by her side while growing into an icon for her hometown.
It means a lot because my parents are always like there for me. I always talk to them, I always call them, and then I can see them after games, before games, and their like encouragement and kind words always help so much.
On a roster where more than half the players come from outside the United States, these Arizona natives bring a unique connection to the culture of the team.
Tatum's such a positive person, like, and you know, we had a tough year a year ago, and bringing her in would like really help change the dynamics in a good way to the team, because she's just, like I said, she's a sweetheart, and so I hope that not just Addie, but many of the younger girls learn that sort of positive nature, a competitive but positive nature.
Not only are they impacting their own team, but these local legends are showing what it means to represent home.
I mean, it gives them hope, right? And so, like, you know, it's tough. It's a grind that they're out, and their dream is to play in college and play. Especially, a lot of them want early on. They want to play at ASU, Arizona, NAU. And so to see players actually go and do that, and players they know, players they played against with, that gives you that just builds your hope, and and then that just encourages you more to work harder, you know. And then you got to look at, okay, well, what did she do to get there? And you got to try and you know, emulate that.
From Liberty High School in Peoria, Basha High School in Chandler, and both from SC Del Sol Club to now Sun Devil Soccer, Tatum and Addison's journeys prove that Arizona State soccer's future can be homegrown and shine bright in maroon and gold.
Arizona State has a lot of internationals, which is awesome. We love them to death. And we only have 3 girls from Arizona on our team. And I think me coming back, Addie coming in this year, and Bree being here for 4 years, it's really like drawn attention to like girls playing high school and club soccer in Arizona. Like, oh, I want to come to the games this year. I want to play soccer for Arizona State when I'm in college.
Having players like Tatum and Addison creates a special link between Arizona's growing soccer scene and the Sun Devil standard. Statistically, their impact is just as clear. Thomason leading the team with 7 goals and Baltadonna right behind with 3. But their influence goes beyond the scoreboard.
They're both kind of like the poster child for hometown heroes. And so I guess I would say poster for both of them in a way, because you could put up a big poster of them anywhere in Phoenix wearing the Sun Devil gear, and the fact that they're from here is brilliant.
And for the 2 players who grew up under the Arizona sun, there's no place they'd rather shine.
When most people think of a lawyer, they want someone who will fight tooth and nail for them in the courtroom, not in the octagon. Well, for ASU alumni and now practicing lawyer Alex Pricing, he's on a mission to do both.
For Pricing, the workday doesn't end when he leaves the office. After he's done meeting with clients, he puts on his gloves to train night after night in an attempt to be the most educated man in UFC. And he's even doing it with mentorship from former UFC champion Sean O'Malley.
Alex, the most educated Pricing!
My name is Alex Pricing. I am a practicing attorney and a professional fighter. Our goal is to become the most educated man in UFC history.
Just a few months after graduating from ASU Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law, Pricing made history by becoming the first American ever to become an active attorney while also fighting in professional MMA.
I met Alex Pricing about 8 months ago, and my first impression was hardworking kid. Not many people can go to school full-time and do good at school and train to be a professional fighter. Most people can't even do one or the other, and he's doing both. So automatically, I knew the kid had a great work ethic, and I really liked his attitude.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can fucking hardly spell lawyer, and he's out there doing it. Yeah, I mean, the dude is smart as hell. Works, comes to the gym, trains full-time. He's very skilled, and he's got a bright future.
I mean, I'm just excited to pursue 2 things I love. I'm a fighter. As a lawyer, I do post-conviction relief, so we work to get innocent people out of prison. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm fighting in the room.
And from my perspective, it's the last chance to be able to help people that have been really harmed by a very punitive criminal justice system.
It takes strong characteristics to fight against the justice system, all of which Pricing's bosses say he has.
So yeah, I think you need to be creative, you need to be dedicated, you need to have fire in your belly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard work, and it's an uphill, climb on each of our cases.
That same mindset and intelligence help Pricing inside of the cage.
Alex is smart. He's not like the typical fighter. He thinks outside the box, and I can also ask him for life advice. Obviously, he's a lawyer. He's been to school, college. So yeah, he's got really high IQ, and that's why I think he's so good at jiu-jitsu, because jiu-jitsu is such a high IQ sport that you need to be smart in order to be good at it.
It's Pricing's skill in jiu-jitsu that makes Tim Welsh confident he can make it to the UFC, a level Welch has already coached Sean O'Malley and Tommy McMillan to.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely different styles, and we're going to have to go about it a little bit different, but definitely Alex is very talented, and I can definitely see him getting in the UFC.
Like most of Red Hawk Academy, Pricing has been known to end fights quick.
That's kind of my style. I'm just going to try to smash you. I'm going to lock my hands around you. I'm not going to unlock my hands until I submit you. That's it. hands are locked, game over. I take your bag, game over. I'm just a pressure grappler. I'm going to drown you, I'm going to bring you to deep waters, and then I'm going to choke you. That's how it's going to go.
A week ago, Alex Pricing told me he expected a first-round finish. Tonight, he delivered.
It took him less than 20 seconds to get the takedown on his opponent, Sean Winland. After using some ground and pound shots to pass the guard, Pricing locked up one of his best jokes, the darts. Thousands of fans and half a dozen UFC fighters saw Pricing put on a show, but in the end, it was his community at Red Hawk and the AZ Justice Project that he celebrated with.
Gets the job done. I'm feeling like $1,000.
Whether he's fighting in a cage or in court, Pricing wants to be an inspiration.
You can do anything you put your mind to, and don't let the haters stop you, don't let the doubters stop you. I've had this dream for a handful of years. Everyone's telling me I'm crazy, I'm an idiot, I'm stupid, it's never gonna happen. I just keep working hard every day in and day out. My day starts at 6:30 in the morning, my day ends at 8 p.m. every single day. So I'm in the gym 3-4 hours a day, I'm in the office 8 hours a day. Do not stop grinding, do not stop working. If you work hard, results will come.
For Cronkite Sports, I'm Caleb Harris.
As we head back to the Sun Devil Hall of Fame, we want to thank you for tuning in to this edition of Cronkite Sports Live Extra.
And a shout out to our reporters and our WCSN crew for capturing the stories all around Tempe.
For more stories, check out Cronkite Sports on our YouTube, Instagram, and X. For Mia Bensich, I'm Jaden Ricken. We'll see you next time.